Ben Cartwright is seriously wounded as he and Hoss seek help in fighting the vengeful Morgan brothers, only to be confronted with cowardice later at 7:30 p.m. on Bonanza. But first, sit back and relax with the Thamesmen.
When I helped design my line of AMF Roadmaster wheels, I said make them red, white, and blue to bear my name, Evel Knievel. You can see they're built solid, flashy, and hip, and the bikes come with these safety tips that bear my name, Evel Knievel. So if your kids are thrilled, I know just how they feel. These wheels are real exciting and bear my name, Evel Knievel.
Oh, sorry. My friend was just about to sneeze. I told him to look at the lights.
I forgot the countdown. Damn it.
That's why he looked very weird. Hello, George. How
Can
are
we
you?
fix that in the edit? Or can we?
No way. I'm leaving that one in. People can have a look at those great cavernous nostrils of yours. The great fandangos.
Is that what they're called? All right. Never mind.
My name is Alex. And I'm a Thamesman, and welcome to the...
I'm George. I'm in Los Angeles, and I'm a supporter of GB, Great Britain.
Make America Great Britain again. That's, you know, all those hats, those MAGA hats that they have got, which, you know, I'm not political, so you choose what you want, but I think someone should get a pen and just write in there, Make America Great Britain again, you know?
I was okay. So just I'll promise I'll shut up about baseball soon. I was at this. Yes. So I was at the World Baseball Classic, and I was with my son Oliver, as you know, and we were losing very badly to Canada, and he loves baseball, and he was sitting in. We had great seats, and he was sitting there looking really depressed in a Great Britain shirt, and Fox Sports put him on camera. Like, from a distance, he didn't know. And we're sitting there. One of his friends who's sitting about that, he comes and goes, mate, you're internet famous. And he's on, like, FS1. And then he was on their Insta page. And it's got, like, 20,000 views. And it was like, the comment was, he kind of sums up, like, how miserable the game was because we were losing so badly. He's just sitting there looking really dejected. So, I can't remember why I started that story. But anyway, that was...
All I've got to do is mention your hat, and then you are off. You've got another great... Anyway, we are not here to listen to George's great baseball stories, however riveting they are.
They are fascinating, like the game itself.
Anyway, we're here to talk about music, aren't we?
Are we? Is that why we're here? Okay, yes, we are. We are here. Yes. And we are a victim or a benefactor of the Wheel of Fortune. It has made a return to our distant shores, and it has spun, and fate has dictated that the track we do next is the Rolling Stones.
And not only the Rolling Stones, we're going to do two tracks. We're going to do the Rolling Stones followed by DEVO.
And DEVO's take on a Rolling Stones track, so that might be freaking weird.
Don't think we need any introduction or any talk about the... All
right
there, Mick. The Rolling Stones. I saw him once.
Where?
On an island called Mystique.
Of course you did. Of course you did, when you're hanging out at Mystique. Like, I go on about baseball, and you go on, like, with your rock star days, when you're, like, hanging out with Gary Glitter.
He just walked by.
Of course, yeah. Was he playing cricket as well, was he?
No. He was just walking by on the beach.
Okay,
Anyway, that's as news I got to Mick. Oh, man. All right. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Look.
Shouldn't be doing that. No accents. So anyway, we're going to do Live in Ireland, 1965. I Can't Get No Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. And the older I'm getting, the more I'm liking the Stones.
And the Stones are where you've got to listen to the album. They're an album band, really. They had great tracks, but their early albums were so good. They were like, they had... Anyway...
If we could do an album review, mine would be Exile.
Yeah, that's such a great... Yeah.
Absolutely great album. Anyway, but this is 1965, so really early on. This is even before you were born, George. So it's probably in,
better shape than I am. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to this. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, boom.
Great drumming.
Supposed to find my imagination. I can't get no. Hey. What I said, alright. I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. I tried. I can't get no. I ain't get no. But when I'm watching my TV and a man comes on and tells me how white my shirts could be, but he can't be a man 'cause he doesn't smoke the same cigarettes as me. I can't get no. Hey. What I say, alright. I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. I've tried. I can't get no. When I'm riding around the world and then I'm doing this and I'm a side and that and I'm trying to make some girl who tell me, baby, better come back maybe next week. Good to see I'm on a loser streak. I can't get no.
Was amazing.
That was perfection. Everything about that was perfect, I think.
Absolutely. That was that 1965. They were fierce back then.
You forget they've been around so long that they were absolutely young and ass-kicking rockers.
Absolutely. What? I mean, we know the song. It's like it's in the fabric of society, and yet you go back and watch it, and it's just like, yeah, they wrote it, they did it. Can you imagine for one little second being an 18-year-old in that crowd?
Yeah, exactly. In 1965, where you've never experienced anything like that, and that comes on and just blows the bloody doors off.
With Paddy, the plastic O'Flanagan, the priest, making sure that no one is getting pregnant from the vile words that are coming over from the demonic satanic verses.
Oh, fantastic. And Charlie Watts on drums.
I tell you what,
sharp.
the speed was kicking in on
He
that
was
one.
he was gurning. He was totally.
He kicked in hard. He was not letting that beat go. I tell you, it was absolutely fucking brilliant.
It was such a live track. They only sang one lyric, I think. I can't get no satisfaction. I don't remember any other lyrics from it, but maybe there weren't any at that point. But, it was...
and I mean, we forget, right? That was 20 years after the Second World War. 20 years, right? And before then, they were dancing to Glenn Miller.
Yeah.
And you go from Glenn Miller and you go to that, and you could see, you could feel, the enthusiasm for this new beat, this new sound. Nothing's come out since as infectious.
No, but coming into it, into that sort of void in that space, I mean, I suppose you had the Bill Haleys and the things in the 50s and stuff, but still, I mean, that was fantastic.
Also, great guitar sound.
Yeah, and I also just like the filming of it as well. Like, again, they were hugely popular, obviously at that point. Everyone's screaming and stuff, but they're playing on a little theatre stage with like a curtain behind them. No big sets, no huge arenas, no pyrotechnics and stuff. It was just a band rocking their asses off and entertaining a crowd and driving them wild. I mean, that's what gigs are.
And the adults didn't have a clue what was happening.
Yeah, no, exactly.
They were just in shock. The police and the priest.
It was awesome.
That's so Irish.
So Irish.
Having the police just absolutely, you couldn't sum up Ireland anymore.
No, exactly. Yeah, moral police. Maybe he was a hip, trendy vicar. So.
I doubt it. Vicars are vicars, especially in Ireland. All right, before we move on to the next track, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Wheel of Fortune.
Bring it on! Can you bring it on? In a bit. Just keep going.
Oh dear. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Right up the cutting edge.
What do we got? Give us some things that we got on that might come up.
This didn't quite fit.
High lung.
Right, the G. That's for high lung, and that's a rock because it's ancient rock music. We got Lou Reed.
Yeah.
That's, you can't read that because it's purple, but it's Kelsey Chambers, Johnny Winter, Grand Funk Rail. Alex's gem I get to pick. Love Bites new single, Thin Lizzy. Let's just spin it, shall we?
Let's spin the wheel of fortune and see what fate awaits.
Who do you want?
I don't know. I'm happy just to be with you.
I was going to say, if you give me a little hand shandy, I can stop it when you want. Ready? 3. Jim, are you ready?
Jim, yeah. Thanks, Jim. Right.
Jim and the orchestra. Ready? 3. Ready, Jim. 2, 1.
Boom.
Ah!
Oh, look at that.
This is for our next track. It nearly didn't do it. No, it's Sinophy. Sinity. S-I-N.
You wrote it.
F-O-N-I-T-Y. Yeah, but I wrote it. Doesn't mean I can fucking
Who is that?
I've got a lisp, and it begins with an S and it's got an F. Sinophy.
Well, we'll have to check our lists, see what it is.
That's our next video.
Let's
Right.
get a winner. Winner.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Right, just do this and it just goes away, right?
That was seamless.
Right.
Seamless.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
all right.
great.
Now, we've got a bonus, haven't we?
Oh, we have got a bonus. Yeah. And we even got some notes with the bonus, I believe. Shall I do the notes?
You don't know, so I'm going to have a drink.
You have a drink. All right. So we have got a DEVO track. Now, DEVO is not someone we've covered before, but obviously DEVO, they've got some great stuff. But anyway, so DEVO do a version of Satisfaction, and it's live in 1978, Chorus TV in Paris. And so it says, DEVO formed in 73 with Mark and Bob Mothersbaugh and Gerald and Bob 2 Casales and drummer Alan Myers. Thin synth pop art punk, surrealist humour and social commentary made them a band like no other. In 77 they recorded this version of Satisfaction, produced by Brian Eno and with Mick Jagger's approval. And whilst it had only moderate chart success, it continues to flourish as a cult classic.
Wow. This music has been put together by Chris, our curator.
Yeah.
thank you, Chris.
Chris does awesome job.
Who absolutely slagged me off in comments the other
Did
night.
he?
Do you know what I saw him?
What did he?
Yeah.
What did he say? You probably
Yeah,
deserve
I
it though,
said-
didn't you?
No, it was something like, someone said, "Oh, you guys are great," and I said something like, "Is it my hair?" And then he replied, "I didn't know you had any."
I think that's a fair enough comment.
And we get thousands of comments, but I zoned right in on that one. It was like, right, you little splitter, you little slag. So, Chris, I'm not going to give you any thanks, but thank you.
He makes a point. He makes a good point.
All right.
I can lend you a baseball cap if you like.
Be quiet. Right, let's move on to DEVO Satisfaction. And I also know nothing about DEVO, by the way. Not a ting.
Not a ting. Well, they've got some great tracks. Are you ready? I think they're bigger in
Such as what?
America than they were in England somehow, I think. But
What are the other great big tracks?
I'll tell you later when I've looked it up.
Yeah, right, okay. 2, 1, boom.
I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get me no satisfaction. And I try, and I try, and I try. I can't get no, I can't get me no. When I'm watching my TV, and old man comes along to tell me how white my shoes could be. But it can't be a man 'cause he does not smoke same cigarettes as me. I can't get no, no. Hey, 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 that's what I said. I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get me no satisfaction. And I try, and I try, I can't get no, I can't get me no. When I'm riding in my car, and old man comes on the radio, he telling me my ammo about something that's information supposed to play my imagination. I can't get no. Hey, 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 that's what I said. And when I'm flying around the world, and I'm doing this, and I'm trying to that, and I'm trying to make some
Now that's super weird.
That was absolutely clever.
Yeah, I mean, DEVO are a really interesting band. They've done a lot of stuff. And Mark Mothersbaugh since then, he's also done a lot of, I think, soundtrack work on films and things. They're the real deal in terms of composers and writers, and
Well, first of all, the bloody drummer, unbelievable.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's the one.
How he kept that going.
That's a crazy rhythm, and just
was
a little staccato nature to it.
Yeah, it's unsettling. It's obviously it's meant to be a android and deconstructed, but it's totally unsettling. The movements, the jarring, whatever. But at the same point, it's like if you are going to deconstruct it and break it down to its little elements. And they did an amazing job then layering it all up. I mean, that guitar work was really fantastic on top.
It was hypnotic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd listened to it the whole time. Obviously, the one we just saw before, the live version of it, Satisfaction, was so freaking amazing. but as a reference, and and also it was a very 1970s production as well. The sort of everything about it.
As an art piece, it's amazing. I mean, to see an hour and a half of that art piece could be a bit of overload. But as an art piece, as a standalone of a total kind of, as I said, a deconstructed, it was absolutely fantastic. I mean, obviously, you have to be very, very heavily sedated on drugs to really get into it. But at the same point, as a standalone little kind of, just on the site, absolutely amazing. Blinding.
Fun. A great pick of a track, by the way, Chris. That was clever stuff, mate.
Right. Well, the Wheel of Fortune has spoken, and it's told us a band we know nothing about. We can't even say its bloody name.
Better go find out who it is.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll better go. Well, at least it'll be a very honest reaction, then, won't it? So.
Well, they're all honest reactions.
Of course.
That's the beauty of the Thamesmen. All right. Well, thank you very much, and we will see you on the next video for the band that we can't pronounce.
Can't wait. Just selling it. It's fantastic. See you on the flip side.
In fact, I sound like Jimmy Savile.
No, don't be sounding like that.
No, all right. All right, see ya.